All right, hello, Gamecock students. I'm here with my guest.
I'm Riley Dolan.
All right, Riley, and where are you from?
So I was born in Virginia, lived there for about 3 years in Lynchburg, Virginia. Moved up to Connecticut, lived half my life there. Lived on the water, it was definitely different living up north. Yeah, I mean, going out on boats, it was fun. But then I moved down to Richmond at the start of middle school. I wasn't close to the water. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere, Richmond, Virginia, just smack in the middle of the state.
Yeah.
But decent location because, you drive an hour and a half to the beach or to the mountains. So
Oh, yeah, gotta love it.
definitely centralized, which I enjoy.
Yeah. Now, what made you come down here? Why'd you come down here?
Well, looking at schools, there's a lot of great schools in Virginia. Obviously, JMU and Virginia Tech, UVA.
Sure,
But it was definitely big for me to go out of state because in my high school, I had a graduating class of 400 and almost 200 were going to JMU. So it was kind of like going to the same school again.
Yeah, sort of like high school.
Yeah, so definitely wanted to go out of state. Big football was big for me, especially just have a team to root for, not only while you're in college, but definitely after, have your kids raised like the same, team as you. Business was also big for me because my major's finance and I really want to pursue a career in that field. So the Darla Moore School was definitely eye-opening, especially having it just be built, you know what I mean?
Yeah, great school.
So it was definitely big, good rankings. Loved it,
All right. Now, how would you describe your experience during your first semester of college compared to high school, I guess?
It's different. Like, everyone says it's different, but it actually is. I mean, you're living on your own, which is hard, doing your own laundry, keeping up after yourself, especially after 18 years of having someone else just, take care of you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it's different. Living with 3 other guys that I've never met before, so it's definitely different. But I'm enjoying it.
What are some of your favorite memories?
First week here was definitely a great time, just before classes, syllabus week. Just good time to meet some people and, kind of put yourself out there, get into different situations, like going to play basketball and just seeing who works out, just like guys with similar interests as you. So that was big, and then joining a fraternity was also big because meet a lot of new people that way, people that are older that you would have never met before, unless you're going downtown or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah,
for sure. Now, where did you find like struggles and like little nicks in your game that you got to improve?
when you're running out of laundry, trying to find something to wear, that was eye-opening. You start to have to do laundry more, and that was definitely not one of my favorites. Also, no one's waking you up for class, no one's watching your back, so it's really just up to you and how determined you are to go to class and get good grades and go to the library if you have homework to get done. Like, no one's going to be there saying, looking over your shoulder, get this done. So it's definitely different just being on your own and just looking out for yourself. So that's tough.
Now, how did you make the academic transition from high school? Did you find it harder, easier? How are your feelings?
I expected about the same, but it was much harder, even though you're going to class about half as much as you are in high school, only 2 hours a day compared to 7. So that was definitely a plus, but the work outside the classroom, I'm probably doing 3 times as much outside the classroom than I ever did, in high school, which is different, spending most nights in the library, which is not fun, but I mean, it has to get done. So that was definitely different.
For sure. Now, did USC have any specific resources that you yourself used, like for helping any classes, or?
Yeah, definitely. SI was big for me, especially in Math 122. Just not a strong subject, so having a peer leader there to go through the class with you and kind of have that experience to help you was definitely big for me, because if I had any questions or whatever, they've been through it before, so they know what I'm going through. They were there to help me. That was big. Also, the writing center was big because writing in high school is much different. You're not writing as much, or trying to write as detailed.
Yeah.
And there's certain MLA citations you have to know how to do, and
True.
no one's really there to teach you. You kind of just have to know it already. So having that resource is definitely a big plus.
Oh yeah, big help. Now, what's your favorite part of being a student here?
Definitely just the social aspect of it.
Social.
Meeting new people every day, always new activities. If you want to learn something new, there's always people with similar interests that'll get into it with you. And it's definitely awesome if you want to go to the gym. There's always going to be guys that are willing to go with you. Or if you just want to go spend a day at the river, it's definitely nice just having some people to go do it with and just learning new things, experiencing new things. It's a lot of fun.
Makes sense. What have you learned about yourself and about the inner Riley Dolan? What have you learned?
Definitely independence is just big. Learning that, you're able to handle a situation no matter how big. You're going to get through it. You're going to have your ups and downs, but knowing that you personally can get through it just through determination and hard work, a little bit of elbow grease, you know what I mean? Work hard and I'm able to get it done, you know what I mean?
Good job. Yeah, good job. Now, this knowledge that you have gained this semester and shared with me, what would you tell a year younger you coming into college? Like, what tips would you give yourself?
Just like incoming.
Yeah.
It's different because in high school you're kind of in a smaller world, but if in college, if you don't like a situation, you don't like some guys, you don't like some people, you can always just leave. There's always new people. I mean, there's 30,000 of us here, so don't be afraid to just leave a situation that you don't feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
Even if it's just like some of your friends, just say, hey, I'm not comfortable, walk away. If you need to go spend that time to go to the library, there's always going to be time to go, get food with your friends or whatever. So put that time aside, get your work done, because somebody's always doing something. You'll always be able to have fun afterwards, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So don't feel that you have to always be doing something. Go ahead and get your work done, catch up on sleep, just have some time to yourself, which is definitely big, I would say. So that would be what I recommend to, when he comes to student or my future self.
Yeah, those are great tips. Yeah. Thank you, man. It was great. Nice getting to know you.
Yeah, you too, man.
Wish you all the best. Yeah.
Have a good one.